Let's talk about the physics of sound. So I thought that this would be a valuable lesson for you just so you could understand some basics about pitch, but let's go even further back than that. If you remember learning about sound and the sense of sound and how that is translated, basically anything that vibrates, whether it's a guitar string or a violin string or a drum head or a car passing by, what's happening is when we hear something, what we're doing is we are sensing the sound that that thing is making. So if we have a guitar string that's vibrating, the body itself is vibrating. What I mean by the body is the string is vibrating, so is the body of the guitar. But in the case of sound, it's vibrating the air particles that are next to it, and those air particles, or waves if you will, are hitting your eardrum, shaking your eardrum, and then you have the sense of sound. Well, when we're hearing sound, we're also hearing pitch at the same time. It's impossible to not hear pitch and sound at the same time. If we don't hear the pitch, we don't hear the sound, because everything is made up of pitches. And that's where we get timbre from, or timbre, however you want to pronounce that, but basically the timbre of an instrument is how that instrument sounds. So when it comes to actual pitch, what we're talking about is the highness or the lowness of the pitch. So for instance, this would be a lower pitch than say this, okay? And that difference is typically because of the size of the body that's producing that pitch. So for instance, a thicker string is going to have a lower pitch or a lower vibration than a thinner string. Also, the length of that body. So we could talk about the thickness of that string or also the length of that string. So if we have a longer string, in this case here, it's vibrating between the nut and the bridge, and it's going to have one particular pitch. But if we shorten that string length, and what I mean by shorten it, of course, the string is the same length, but what we're hearing here is a shorter string. So from the 12th fret to the bridge, we have a shorter string length, and so we have a higher pitch. You can think about the same thing as a whale. A whale's going to make a certain pitch that's much lower than, say, a mouse or a small bird because literally of the size of that body that's producing it. So same thing with a higher string. We have a thinner string. It's going to have a higher pitch, and as we make that string smaller, we're going up in pitch. That's the only thing you really need to know about this. The higher the pitch, the smaller the body, and in this case here, the shorter the string length. And the lower the pitch, it's typically going to be a bigger body, so a thicker string or a longer string. All right, let's keep going.